Well, hello. Um, I'm guessing if you clicked on this video, you are wanting to date, but wanting to date in a way that leaves you feeling that you put your best foot forward and that it is a very growing experience for you, and one that enriches your life in a way. Right? Dating can be that. It can be that. Doesn't mean that things are going to go your way or the way you would expect them to. But, with anything, you'll learn something from it if you choose to see the positives in it. And if your mind space is in a way to see the beauty in anything you do. But if you like dating, if you like romantic relationships, and that is something you like in your life, keep watching this video. We're going to get into it. So we're going to get into dating in 2024. So I'm going to make this a whole series, okay? Because it's a lot to unpack, okay, child? So we are going to do that. But this video is specific. Okay, I'm recording out on my balcony. I'm realizing that that may not be the greatest idea being in the city, but we're going to keep going even with that, all right? So this video is about, are you ready to date healthily, in a healthy way, in 2024? And I preface that because I realize that dating in 2024 has its unique challenges, right? And it's definitely a new world, and I'm going to do another video on that, kind of navigating the dating market in 2024. But this one is all about you, because I feel like where you start is with you, and that is your first step into dating is, are you ready to date? So we're going to talk about that. So I feel like the first thing that you need to address to really answer if you are ready to date healthily, right? Because you can date, at any time, but that don't mean that your dating experience is going to be great. You could be a whole shit show, and usually if you're a shit show, you're going to attract other shit shows, and y'all just going to keep re-traumatizing each other, okay? But if we're not trying to do that, we need to make sure we're good within. So the first step, I'm going to actually go out of my balcony. Whoops, my kitty. She wants to go out, but it's too hot. I tried, because I be liking nature, okay? But the first thing is, are you secure within yourself? And there's a lot of things that go with that, okay? The overall question is, are you at peace with how your life is going right now? That doesn't mean that you completely, just is completely satisfied, but you're at peace. You are accepting of what is and what now, and you still see the potential in it. You feel you're managing. I think you have to be at peace with how your life is going right now, in order to be at peace with somebody else. Okay. So this breaks down into a lot of different categories. Are you financially stable? Okay. Are you financially secure? Okay. With being secure within yourself, are you financially secure? And this doesn't mean, again, that you are exactly where you want to be. Okay. Because, we're not talking about perfect beings. You're not going to find a perfect being. You're not a perfect being. If you're waiting for perfection, you're going to be waiting forever. Okay. So I'm not saying perfectly, but are you financially secure enough to not feel so burdened by your finances that you project that onto somebody else? Or you're not even in a place where you can go out to outings with somebody else financially, and that's a big thing for men. because women, they want you to pay for their dinners and all that. Hey, I'm, you know, an avid believer that, it takes two. I'm a part of that 50-50 club. Everybody ain't into that. Some men are even turned off by it. Okay, but whatever. But still, can you at least pay your way? Okay, in the day, are you in a place to do that? Unless you meet somebody that has a similar lifestyle as you financially, and y'all do things different, but still, let's not act like finances don't affect your health and your security within yourself, because it does. So if that is not something that you're secure within, or that you're managing for how you want to live your life, you're going to project that stress into dating. It's going to become a problem in dating, because you're not going to feel that you can move the way you want to move. Okay. So, let's get secure there, because it does matter. Okay. You're not saying you got to be a millionaire to date. Okay. But are you taking care of yourself? Are you able to, get the needs met? Okay. Are you managing your health, be it physical or mental? Okay. That's another piece with being secure within yourself. Mentally and emotionally, are you healed? Not, it's hard when I talk about healing, because I think we're always healing, right? But have you acknowledged that you have traumas? Have you addressed them? Are you working through them? Can you manage them? Have you come to peace with your traumas in life, right? Because if you haven't, they're going to be poking their head out in really weird ass ways, because you haven't addressed them. You just been pushing them down. You have no awareness of them. Are you managing them? Okay. Mental illnesses. A lot of us have them. Okay. Are you managing that? Are you addressing that? Is it manageable? Right? If it's not manageable, you're gonna project that. That's gonna rear its head in your dating experience, right? Because dating is hard. It's a challenge, right? You're gonna be getting rejection. That's a part of it. Things are not gonna work out exactly how you want them to. So it's going to challenge you a lot mentally and emotionally. If you're already being challenged enough by your own mental and emotional things, you may not be ready, and that is okay. It's really okay, right? But if you want to date in a healthy manner, we're talking about healthy, okay? Because you could still date. You could date and, not be managing your mental and emotional health. A lot of people still do, okay? Will they have healthy relationships? Probably not. But if you want to be healthy, these are things that you're going to want to start managing and addressing and have awareness. Because when you feel triggered, or you feel something happening inside of you emotionally and mentally, you're able to see it and not let it, and not completely act on it in a way that can fuck up your chances in a dating. Because, when you dating, you only get so much room to fuck up. Okay? Especially at the beginning stages. You only get so much room. Okay? Secure within yourself physically. Okay? Talking about healthy dating. Are you secure within your physical health? Are you managing your physical health? Again, we're not dealing with perfect people. Okay? But are you managing? Do you feel good about your physical health? Do you feel at peace with it? If you're not at peace with, the way you look, okay, you gonna be hyper insecure. Hyper insecure. Okay. If you're not secure within yourself in general, you're gonna be hyper insecure, right? And when you're insecure, you are going to be living in fear in a way, right? And so you're going to project that fear onto people, right? If someone likes you, but they don't call you in the next hour, you're going to be insecure as hell. You're going to think they cheating or they ain't interested no more because you're not secure within yourself. But let's get back to the physical thing, okay? Do you like yourself you like what you're working with physically, okay? Are you at least at peace with, how you look physically? Are you addressing any physical ailments? Are you being real about physical ailments? So that way you can be real with other people about your physical and mental health. Are you being real about it? Are you addressing it? Because, that way you'll be way more readily able to address it to other people and let them know what's going on with you and give them a choice. Okay? And not, want to hide these things, and then they come up, and then, you feel some kind of way. So are you physically taking care of yourself? Okay? You're addressing things. You feel at peace. How you look. How do you feel physically? That matters, especially when you're dating. Okay? Especially. We are visual creatures. Let's just call a thing a thing. We're visual creatures, okay? It doesn't mean that you got to be out here looking like Beyonce. Who else? Who be looking real good, Michael Ealy, that's one of my favorites, okay? I'm not saying you got to be looking like that. Everybody don't look like that, and that's okay. There's beauty within all of us, and I believe I believe that somebody gonna find you cute. That's just my belief. People have varying different tastes. Somebody gonna find you cute, but if you're taking care of yourself, that will show. It will show. Maybe you're not a size 2, but you a size 14, and you take damn good care of that 14. Okay? So it will show. It will show. People will see that. People are visual creatures, So what do they see? Are you doing your part to take care of yourself? Are you at peace with how you look? Because if you're at peace with it, other people are going to be at peace with it. They'll be better at peace with it, right? If you are, and you got pride in it, okay? You got pride in your vessel, okay? Other people going to happen. They're like, oh, she just knows she the shit. I think she the shit too. Vice versa, him too, okay? So all these things matter to be secure within yourself, because if you're not, you're going to be so insecure, and you're going to project that onto other people. You're going to always be living in a fear of losing, because you don't really feel that you're enough. Okay? You don't feel that you're enough. You're going to be highly triggered and reactive because you don't feel good in your own skin, physically, mentally, financially, all these things I talked about. Okay? So let's get that together. Let's get that healthy, okay? If we want to date in a healthy way, okay? My next point is, because we're in 2024, let's get back to 2024. Do you have a healthy relationship with social media? What do I mean with that? Let's unpack that a little further. Social media voices are loud. Social media influences you, no matter you want to admit it, that it does or not. It does. Anything you consume is going to affect you. Like we were talking about being secure within yourself, your physical health, whatever you eat, it affects you mentally and emotionally, right? So what you consume as far as media affects you emotionally and mentally. And dare I say physically, because if you at a bad mental state, or you may be influenced to do something physically with your body, okay? It is influencing. You are consuming it. And it's such a big deal in 2024 because of, I think, how confused people are. let's call a thing a thing. I feel like we're in a transitional stage right now when it comes to the nature of romantic relationships. Because for such a long time, we had these traditional views of, a man takes care of the household financially, and a woman, tends to the children and does the home front thing. Okay. And so, since there are so many other different options, and that is, definitely we're being aware that that is not the standard for everybody. And, life has been changing in such a drastic way where women are, doing different things and they want to do different things. And that's great. But let's just be real. That has changed the landscape of dating and relationships. And people are so confused. They are so confused. And social media, I don't think really helps us a lot of times figure out where we fit in with these things, right? Or feel secure within where we stand in our views, right? So, for example, say you are a woman that wants to be a stay-at-home mom. You know, you want that feels good, like within you, just period, just within yourself, not because you've been culturally conditioned, which that's a whole nother topic for another day. Um, but that feels right to you. When you think about it, it just feels right to you, and then say you go on social media and you hear all these women, women need to be empowered, they need to get their own jobs, you have this and this and that, and men just want to control you, blah, blah, blah. That might really mess up your mind. That may make you think that you should rethink, you know, your idea of how you want to live your life as a woman that, focuses on taking care of her children, do things in the home front. You may not even really be wanting to be out here in these job markets working like that. That may not be the work for you. And that's okay. But if you have all these loud voices, again, from social media, because we all be scrolling. Let's act like we don't be scrolling. It's a problem. We need to have a better balance. Right? So are you consuming a lot of social media? It can really jack up your view. Maybe you're a woman that wants to be, and I'm gonna use some examples of men coming up too, because I love my men. They matter. Men are definitely struggling the most, I feel, with these roles and things like that. But say you're a woman who wants to be, who wants to work, and who may not even want no children. Okay, but then you got all these guys, on social media, they want a soft woman, they want a submissive woman, that's gonna make you think you hard and undesirable. Okay, and now you trying to mold yourself into something that you ain't, and baby, it's gonna come off fake, and you gonna feel some type of way. Now, if you want to mold yourself into something, then hey, that's on you. But we talking about being healthy. That's what we talking about. I feel like being yourself authentically is healthy. Okay. But you're going to feel some kind of way about yourself if you're consuming those things over and over and over again all day long. Okay. Men, if you, naturally, wouldn't mind, if your wife worked, maybe even if she made more money than you, maybe for you, you just want to, just feel respected, you know, feel valued, but you got all these guys in your ear telling you that you got to have multiple women. Women ain't ish. They ain't nothing. You need to be using them because they going to leave you anyway. All that. It's going to taint you. It's going to. Okay. So these are the things I feel that we are seeing on social media a lot because again, the extremists are loud and a lot of us are confused. Okay, because we're like, well, okay, things don't have to be so traditional. There's no clear spoken way on how a relationship should be. Then what do we do, right? And I think we figure that out together, right? And I feel like sometimes social media can make you fearful, makes you not even want to date. Because you're like, you know what? Everybody out here, all these guys out here are F boys. And the women out here, they just want, to take all my money. Which, maybe I feel like men are really struggling right now, you know? And may need some support, but need some support in how to have self-esteem and confidence within themselves, right? And knowing that they do have value outside of just being a provider, that we all have inherent value. That starts within for men and for women too. But I feel like social media is not helping us to come together because it's making us fearful, very fear mongering, right? Again, the extremists are the loudest people, right? And so if you're fearful, why would you even be open to dating? Because you already know it's a shit show. Not to say that it's not challenging. Oh, it is. It is. But again, I feel like if you're consuming a lot of social media, it may not set you up to be healthy in this dating arena. It may really taint your mind. It really may, F you up, F up your whole vision. We had a lot of different people, red pill communities. You have the soft life communities. You have all this. This stuff can really make you a bit confusable, especially since we're already trying to figure out this new climate anyway. Okay. I say have boundaries. Okay. If you're consuming something that doesn't feel good, you don't have to keep watching it. Okay. And allow yourself to be challenged as well. If you stay in your little bubble all the time, consuming all red pill community stuff all the time and not allowing your views to be challenged, you may become closed-minded too, right? So there's just so many ways that this can taint your view, your perception in a negative way if you're over consuming. So I would say have a better relationship with social media if you want to date in a healthy way. Okay, I'll get off that rant because that could be a whole nother topic as well. Okay. My last point to dating healthily in 2024 is being open to give. Open to give. Open to giving to another. Having something to give in the first place. Going back to being secure within yourself. If you're really struggling to take care of yourself, just yourself, you may not have a lot to give. And that's okay, right? That's okay. I think the best thing we can do is admit that we don't have maybe what we would want to have right now, because we're struggling just to do the bare minimums for ourselves. And that's okay. I think it takes a lot of courage to admit that, hey, I need to take care of myself first. Because to date and to be in relationships, you're giving. Okay. I think most people want to focus on receiving, because a lot of times when people are dating or they're wanting to be in relationships, they're trying to fill some kind of void. So they're just focused on receiving. But what are you giving? Right? And, healthy relationships, talk about healthy dating experiences, you have to be willing to give. I don't mean give too much of yourself, but again, for that first point, if you're secure within yourself, you know that you need to have boundaries, right? Boundaries stop you from over giving too much of yourself, and you feel comfortable with being vulnerable and putting yourself out there, right? Because if you're dating, you have to be understanding that there's a bit of vulnerability that you have to have. You can get hurt. It's a risk, but it can be calculated. Again, if you're secure within yourself, you will recognize very quickly when you're secure within yourself, because you'll more than likely really know and be secure within what you really need in a relationship, because you'll know really what you need within yourself. So you'll really know what you need specifically, individually, not what people on social media are telling you that you need, okay? But what you need, because you spend time with yourself, been working on yourself. So you're okay with taking that risk because it's calculated. You're okay with being vulnerable because you understand what kind of people are, okay for you to be vulnerable to, right? You don't have to just rush into something to fill a void. You could take your time, gather some data, right? But you have something to give, so you're open to give. It's not going to completely drain your resources, because you have resources in the first damn place, okay? But you have to be open to give. You have to have something to give if you're wanting to date, okay? In a healthy way. Okay, because again, people can date in unhealthy ways, but if you ain't got nothing to give and you just looking for receiving, you might hurt somebody. Cause you out for yourself. Okay? Hurt people. You just out for yourself. You just trying to fill a void because you're not well. No, can you give? Now, does giving have to be 50-50? Maybe sometimes it's not. But does you giving, after you gave, do you still feel like you have life left? Okay, if you're feeling completely drained, that may not be the situation for you. And again, if somebody is secure within themselves, they recognize that pretty quickly, right? Because they gathering data. They're giving, but they're not giving, they're not overextending, okay? And they realize, ooh, just when I just give a little bit, this feels like a lot. Maybe this isn't the type of, this is not the most compatible situation for me. Let me, but they gathered data before they just jumped in here first. Okay. Ain't no, they don't need to rush because they don't have no voice to feel. They're secure within themselves. So they're whole. They're just looking to connect and add value, add connection, because that's the whole reason why you want to date anyway, because you're wanting that connection. Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. That's a human need. I feel it's a need. But you can do it in a healthy way. But you have to be willing and open and have enough to give. Okay? I think that's it. This is a deep topic. I'm thinking the next thing I want to unpack is, really navigating this dating landscape in 2024, because there's a lot to unpack there. I'm thinking that's going to be my next video, but I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, please comment. Let's talk about this in a healthy way. Remember, I'm all about health. We can agree to disagree out here in these streets. Okay. But I would love to hear if you feel you're ready to date healthily. And even if you are dating now, how that's going for you. What are you learning? I think dating can still be joyful and fun, even if you don't meet the right person. You're going to learn a lot from it. And I think it still can be a good experience if you're just expecting to experience something, right? Instead of expecting to meet Mr. Right or Mrs. Right on the first date. Because a lot of times that don't happen. We can be realists, but I still think it can be a very enriching experience. You get to connect with people, learn about people, just experience other people's energies, okay? And I feel like if you're in a healthy space, you're going to figure out pretty sooner than later what's good for you and what's not, right? But comment down below if you're dating, how that's going. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know if you agree with the points that I came up with. The security within yourself, relationship with social media, and open to give. So until next video, make sure y'all take care of yourself out here in these hot streets, okay? It is hot out here, okay? Alrighty now. Talk to you later. Bye.